Good morning. How are you guys? I should probably line up my camera. I think I bumped it. Hold on a second. It's last minute stuff. Actually, I think I'm lined up pretty good. Let me see if I can move it. I'm using my toe. Trying to move the camera. There we go. Think that's okay. How you guys doing? I woke up really late. I don't know. I had to sleep on the couch because I couldn't sleep, and so I just got up and I finally fell asleep on the couch, and then which means I wasn't near my phone, so I almost slept in. So I just woke up like not too long ago, but I'm here, thank God. So let's do some circles to start off since I haven't had time to warm up really. Get my glasses on, get my hat. I don't think I'm matching today with the blue hat and the yellow, but it's all right. So how's everybody doing? How y'all doing? Let's see. Let me check my stream, get everything going. Stream is good. Let's see. Ba, 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 ba. New time today. We're doing 2 hours earlier than normal. Of course, this last few days has just been a test run anyway to see if I can do this every day, which seems like I can. I actually enjoy it. So it's better than trying to figure out like every like 2 days a week or something. I don't know. I prefer if I'm going to do something, just do it every day. So let's see. Sacktown Jay, what's up? Get that extra coffee, strong coffee brewing. I know I got the today. I don't know if you can see it. Today I got the bulletproof coffee. So I put butter and coconut butter in my coffee, and that just hits a little extra. So it hits really good. So I hope this is in focus. Let's see. Looks like maybe not. Let me test. Yeah. Okay. Circles, and that's to help with the dexterity. Get that shoulder muscle kind of engaged and ready to go. And especially if you're new to this hand position with the pencil, this is a really, really much needed exercise. You can see I'm going counterclockwise, but I like to go both ways. Like, so I'll do the normal counterclockwise for me, and then backtrack and go the other way, which is a little bit more wonky because it's an odd direction for me. So I like to do that and kind of like try to trick my muscles in my arm and my dexterity. So you can do little ones, you can do big ones. So just fill up a page with these little practice circles. Maybe hit like in between. I know it looks boring, but it works. And I was saying yesterday, you can actually just turn these into different heads if you want to. Little Loomis heads or makeup characters. You can turn them into pretty much anything. I mean, a circle, that's the start of pretty much everything on the planet. Cylinders, circles, boxes, cubes, triangles. Let's go backwards. The hardest thing though, well, one of the things that was hard for me when I first started doing this is not having a super strong grip. Like I would really force, because I was trying to get that circle perfect, and I would like have a death grip on the pencil and just push that pencil so hard on the paper. That was pretty much throughout all the drawings actually in class and stuff in the early days. And then after a while you build up that dexterity, and then you get that ability to just be really fine, delicate. You can make really fine, delicate lines. So I got a bunch of circles. It looks crazy. Looks like a wallpaper or something. And then you can practice pulling straight lines. So I'm going to pull from here to here, and then you can do what they call tracking, where you don't make the mark, you just track over the paper, and then you do a couple of those. It's sort of like in golf when you see on TV, like they kind of like swing through a couple of times before they actually strike the ball. So you can do that, you can track over it, and then make the line. And it really helps get that accuracy better. So you're telling your muscles where you want it to go, and then you put the needle down on the record, as it were. So you just connect different circles together. Kind of looks like gears in like a belt, like in an engine or something. So anyway, enough of that. So that's just their basic little warm-up. Actually, I got the other board over here. Hi, India. Raja Art, what's up? India, so it must be 9 p.m.-ish, around there. See, Garopaga, what's up? Starred00, what's up? Thanks for coming, guys. I really appreciate it. Let's see, it's almost Christmas. It's like 2 more days. And so we did this one yesterday, this little lay-in. Most of you guys, I think I recognize half the names here. You guys were here yesterday. And I was trying to decide this morning if I wanted to finish this one. It'd be nice to have a finished drawing for like Instagram and ads and stuff. So I've been hitting the ads pretty strong on Instagram, trying to drive traffic to the anatomy drawing course. And I think this is like probably the hard time of the year though, because everybody's like strapped for cash, especially with the economy doing what it's doing. So, but yeah, I kind of need something for some ads. So I think I might try to take this one to a more finished look. The shadows on this guy are pretty soft, but you can see a little bit of, they're kind of diffused, but you can see some. And I think I'll go ahead and work with that, kind of push it a little bit and push the edges in those shadows. So like, probably just look for the occlusion shadows, those little areas that's really dark and not much light gets into. So yesterday we sketched this out, and then right after after the stream was over and I took a break and I came back, as always when you take a break, your eyes have a chance to kind of relax, your brain relaxes, and then you come back and then you can see a lot of mistakes. And I had his eye really too far up. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's like just a smidge too high, which is a lot on a portrait. So it might only be like a small distance, but it means a lot when you're talking about the portrait, especially in this area right here. Like just a hair off, and you'll start to feel the difference. So I moved the eyes down basically, and I think there's a lot of things I did a little different. His nose is a little smaller, I think, but that's okay. We got in the ballpark. I like it as a drawing anyway, so I'm gonna just go with it. And usually, like, I don't know, when I do like demonstrations, especially live ones, it's I feel like I lose a lot of of the person's likeness. It's harder for me when I'm doing a live stream to get the person's likeness, but in this case, I think it's okay. I shouldn't be so hard on myself. That's like oh man, my girlfriend gets really mad when I get really hard on myself and my work and stuff, and then she scolds me because she's like, you know, I don't know, she just brings me back down to earth, because I can go pretty dark, I think, as we all can, right? With being an artist. Let's see, probably just a human being anyway. I'm looking at the lips, and I'm going to put in a little bit of a form shadow on the lips here. I think I'll walk around this a little bit to try to get like warmed up and remember this portrait a little bit. Try to get to know it a little bit again, because it's been 24 hours and it's kind of cold. I mean, that's what I call it when you haven't seen the drawing for a while. It kind of cools off, like you kind of forget where your thoughts were with it. So I'm just gonna try to get to know it again. Just walk around. The hair shapes look really cool. He has this haircut where it's like really sharp edge right across. I don't see any hairs really cutting through that line. This one's a really crisp edge. And also, if I squint down, I can kind of see the form of the hair itself. So there's kind of like a highlight running through, or at least a lighter area. And of course I'm going to exaggerate certain things with the hair, because I really like to play with the shape of the hair and the style. Pakistan's in the house. Nice. Perfect Arts. Thanks for coming. It's good to see you, Lawrence. And does that say? I can't read that name. I don't have a translator on here. Let's see. Interesting. Let's see. Jersey. All right. Got a nice crew in today. All right. And sorry if you guys sent me like your images on Instagram. I haven't looked at them yet. Sorry about that. I had so much work to do yesterday trying to get like oh, I got the Patreon set up again. I went back and what do they call it? I don't know. But I did some renovation on it. Excuse me. So I have 2 tiers now. The first tier is $3, and that's for all the archived live streams in the past, and all the demo videos from the past. And there's a bunch of those, like head construction drawings and studies and stuff like that. Really good information on head drawing. And then for the next tier, so that was the first tier. The next tier is called the Weekend Crew, and that's going to be $8 a month. And that is the live stream on Saturday and Sunday. So every weekend, Saturday and Sunday at this time, I'll have a live stream solely for the Patreons, and I call them the night crew, or not the night crew, excuse me, the weekend crew. And we're going to do all kinds of cool things on that. So if you want to check that out, that's on the Instagram. So that's what I was doing yesterday. I was trying to get that done. And there's so much to do, because you got like a website you gotta like keep up with, and so many messages and stuff, and it's crazy. But I think I'm getting it in place finally. It's like, you know, after the big move, and I had to set up again and restructure just like everything, and then I got to change my game plan with trying to make art a living. So I really appreciate you guys coming, and if you can't afford, like some people were asking me, like, you know, I can't afford to get the drawing course, or the Patreon or whatever, that's fine. If you just share the video, share the content, tell people about it, help promote it. That's excuse me. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. So don't worry about it. And of course, if you have any questions, just hit me up on Instagram in the DMs or tag me. I'm there like half the day trying to put my ads up and check messages and stuff. So I have like all these curves and like C curves, S curves, and then right here I want to put a little bit of a straight, especially because it's like the back of the head, and it kind of gives like a little bit of a rest from all of the curves and stuff in the hair. And I don't know, I just like that. It kind of feels good. So that's pretty much the only reason I need to put something down on paper is if it looks good, feels good to me. And I'm trying to make this edge a little bit sharper because it's on the far side and it's wrapping around the skull. See, we did the frontal bone rhythm. I talked about the superciliary arch of the brow. Let's see, this comes down. We have a little bit of a dark patch. I gotta move the glasses over, it looks like. I have it too far over. So you don't have to draw the glasses all the way around. I'm gonna break up some of the lines to have it just kind of fade off into certain areas. But at the beginning with the lay-in, I wanted to get the shape pretty close if I could. So like over here, I'll probably just break this line. I'm using my pen eraser. So that kind of makes it feel like it's falling into the background a bit. Let's see. Oh yeah, and I made like I made a stupid trailer for the well, I don't call it stupid. It's just weird. I looked at it this morning. I was like, oh, that's weird. Why did I make that? But it's like this little trailer option you have on YouTube for your live stream, so people can see this trailer. I don't know. I just threw in a bunch of stuff, and my girlfriend's like, "Why is there like a robot arm?" And and it was actually from work, like my old job, working in the factory, and it just it reminds me of like why I'm doing this, because I don't want to do that again. So I just threw that in there as a personal reminder for myself to like get up and get to work over on the art and get yourself out there and try to make a living off of it, so I don't have to go back to that kind of a job again. And it wasn't bad. It was physically it was like really easy. Like I've done construction jobs when I was younger, and I appreciate office jobs or inside jobs where you don't have to be out in the weather all day. So in that respect, it was really a sweet job, but it allowed no time for this, so kind of sucked. So I don't want to sound unappreciative that I had a good job or whatever, but I want to make this the thing. So I'm trying really hard. I'm going for it. And then the COVID thing happened and everything else happened. So I'm trying to pivot a little bit. I'm trying to get licensed in Texas for the pharmacy license. That takes a few weeks, about 8 weeks, they said. So in the meantime, I'm going to be doing lots of drawing, lots of streaming, hitting the business side of it as best I can, and also studying the book over there, which I haven't picked up in 2 days, the law exam for a pharmacist. So I got to pick that guy up and start studying again, which is really hard if I haven't drawn, because I don't want to. It's hard to let one thing go. Let's see. So I'm talking a lot. The coffee is really good. That was a really good cup of coffee. Let's see. Let me check the messages. Belgium's in the house. South Florida, what's up? The free state of Florida. Oh my gosh. I have two different friends moving to Florida. One's moving in March, especially after the mandate for kids 5 years and up in California have to get vaccinated to go to school. So that was the last straw for one of my friends. So they're moving to Florida. Let's see. I literally have to finish my art course, but I'm too lazy. 𝔻𝕗𝕗𝕗𝕗. It's hard, right? Yeah, I can find all kinds of excuses. That's the worst too. Like me having, like for myself, like having decided, like, oh, I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna try to go for it, make this a career, and then the procrastination comes in heavy. It comes in hard, especially when you make a big decision like that, and you put a lot of pressure behind it, a lot of meaning and stuff, and then I don't know what it is, but there's like that resistance they talk about that hits everyone. So that when you're trying to do something really meaningful and really, really important to you, then suddenly you'll have all this mental like resistance to movement. Like you don't want to. It's weird. It's like a procrastination. Like you'll start. Like I know it's for me. Like I'll wash the dishes before I'll make a drawing or something that I need to. Like it's so weird. It's like I hate washing dishes. Why am I gonna wash dishes? But I think it's just the fear of putting yourself out there and it not working. Because what if I did all this work and then it didn't work, and then I have to go back to that factory with that robot? You know, it's like I don't know. It's just at least I tried, I guess. But that resistance is so strong sometimes. Let's see. So I'm gonna map in some of the form shadows in the face, and they correlate with the rhythms in the Reilly rhythms. So like right here, you have that underside that I did yesterday, that rhythm that runs through here. And of course, I drew it in really hard. I didn't need to. I could have just tracked over it. But then we have the top rhythm as well. And then of course, he's a young guy, so you don't see that the muzzle line, the mid-cheek furrow. You can see it up here. It goes into the tear trough groove, and then it will. I'm going to track it down. It goes all the way down to here. And if he was older, you would see this little area right here where the fat pads would kind of sink around, kind of hang. So I'm going to pretend like he's older. So you can start to see like this fat pad right here kind of hang down. And that little point is the mandibular cutaneous ligament. And it doesn't move because it's attached really strongly, and the muscles or the fat pads around it will move, but that'll stay there. So that lines up with that mid-cheek furrow line that you see in the Reilly rhythm. And then of course the nasal labial right here. So you get like this band, and you kind of see it in the midtones a little bit on him. But again, he's really young, so his fat pads in his face are really full and set up nice. But I'm going to come in here and just try to work the midtones a little bit. I'm going to switch a pencil. It's a little warm in here. My hand's starting to do that sweat. My hands are starting to get wet again. I think I have to take the sweater off. It was like a few days ago I was doing that one stream, and then I was so nervous and my hands were like so sweaty, and every time I came in here and tried to like blend something with my finger, it was like messing up the paper. So let me I'll be right back. I'm going to take the sweater off. That's so much better. I like that sweater a lot. My friend Angel bought it for me for Christmas one year. And I don't get to wear it very often, but I was hoping I would wear it today, but it's a little too warm in here. All right, so let's go back to the form shadows So you can see like this rhythm here for the column of the mouth that comes around, and I'm just going to kind of connect that to the other midtones. I'm doing a little bit different today. Instead of going in with a single tonal mass, hitting everything in the shadow and the dark, I just wanted to play with this lower portion of the face first. So if you're wondering, like, what are you doing? Why is he doing that? He usually does the other. I don't know. I'm just having fun today. I think the thing I like the most about this portrait, besides the haircut, is this area of the face and all the forms and soft transitions. Sometimes I'll see like just a little shadow like right in the nose area in a photograph or something, and I'll just, that's the reason why I want to do the portraits, just for that one shape. It's so funny how things inspire you to draw or paint. It's like one little shadow shape. So I'll just go ahead and fill all this in. And you see I'm losing that line on the neck right here. I'm connecting those two areas together as if they were one. Now I'm just pulling all that value into the light side as well, because we're going to have the light source is coming from the top, so it's going to be the strongest on the forehead, and it's going to be a little less on the middle area, and then far less on the bottom as far as the light side. So the values, like let's say in the chin right here, are going to be darker than the values over here, and certainly up at the top. Let's see. So I'm just going to try to bring this to a nice finish today, I think. Put it on some ads. Some Instagram story ads. Buy my course. Come to the live stream. So yeah, I'm going to stream on Saturday. I think that's Christmas. That's going to be on Patreon. So it's going to be a Christmas morning live stream. We didn't even put decorations up this year because we moved. I actually have the box of old decorations. I should pull them out today. Just why not? Celebrate for at least a few days. Like I said, we've just been so crazy busy. And Jana finally started her job, and she's rocking and rolling right now in the other room. I don't want to say too much about her, what she's doing on her job, but I think she's going to enjoy it. Let's color in his mustache. Pretty much, so I'm going to take the whole underside plane of the nose and the mustache and connect it with one value. Then I'm just going to go into the upper lip as well. So I'm going to make the upper lip a little bit darker in value than the bottom lip. Let's see. So now I'm going to come back into this cheek and work on those forms that are so soft and the transitions are so gentle. I'm doing a little bit of a cross hatching, but it's really kind of soft and blurry. So I'm trying to get a nice transition. And probably after the live stream, when I'm kind of done, I'll pick at it a little bit after I rest, after I have my brain can take a break. Then I'll come in, and usually what I'll do, I'll take the drawing and I'll turn it upside down, and then I'm not looking at a portrait anymore. I'm looking at transitions in the values, and I'll do like little circles to kind of transition the areas a little bit better. So I look for like hot spots. So this is what I'll do probably tonight. I'll probably put on a podcast and listen, because usually for me that's when I can listen to like somebody talk like on a podcast or something, because this is like kind of, I'm not thinking about anything but the transition. So that's usually when I can zone out really heavy and just listen to a podcast. It's working on those little transitions. Let's see. So this area right here is going to be a little bit harder edge, because we have a plane change. You have the top plane, so the light is hitting right here, and then we turn the corner and go down a different plane. But then the flaring of that jaw, the muscles, the masseter, the jawbone, the mandible kind of pops out a little bit. So then we have this area catching light. So it's really important. Usually what happens is I'll take this too bright, like this will be too light at first, but then towards the end I'll start squinting down and looking for areas to calm down, to kind of push, to add more value. And that's usually one of the spots. But I'm not going to worry about it too heavy right now. Right now I just want to get some value down, some shapes. Yeah, my finger is so wet. I'm afraid I'm going to scratch the paper. So I'm already squinting a little bit, trying to control the values and transitions. Let's go into the eye a little bit. I'm going to leave this area, and let's go into the eyes itself. Or yeah, let's see. So I'm going to start putting in value. You can see the edge right here on the glasses. And I'm going to fill this in, and then I'll come in and pull out little highlights from the glasses. Pen eraser. Remember, I really want this edge right here to be really crisp and clean, because it's popping forward the most, that corner of the glasses. I turned my hat backwards because I noticed in the videos before that the brim of my hat was getting in the camera, like when I start to lean forward to really get into an area. So put my hat on backwards for necessity. So it's a little darker right here because we're going into the eye socket. Let's do the other side before I get too committed to like one area. got his glasses. Like the frame that goes across. A little bit of cross-hatching. Trying to think about the form and how it wraps around as you do the cross-hatching. And this far side cheek is going to be darker than like this side because I want to push that down. Definitely want the edge to be a little bit softer. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do a highlight on his nose, like if I want to try to push that or not, or just keep it kind of soft. Maybe I'll build up around that area. Let's see, maybe a little bit to an angle. Let's see, I gotta erase that old reference point of the eye. I want to keep that highlight pretty strong on this far side as well. And then later I can adjust it as I need to. I like that little pad from the glasses on the inside. It has a little bit of a reflective light off of the metal piece. Don't need to get too detailed on it, but I want it to show just a little bit, I think. I'll probably decide against it later, but for right now I'll put it in. I'm going to connect that to the rim. And then the glasses sit on the face right about here, and there's a little bit of an occlusion shadow, so I'm going to push that. And this, I'm just scumbling in some value, trying to push everything down. And come on, go over here. Let's do the underside plane of the bottom lip a little bit stronger. And now he's in the awkward teenage stage. That's where it looks weird, like, because I'm still trying to control the values and the forms of the face. So you just have to tough it out and just know that it's going to be okay later. It's the awkward phase. So we have the lay-in, and you get that really nice and tight and clean, and then you come in and start putting in value, and everything feels like it's falling apart. And shoot, that can be actually a metaphor for life. When you make a big change in your life, it starts to feel like it's all falling apart, but you just got to have faith and keep moving forward, and then it'll come together. Trust the process. I'm giving myself a self-therapy right now. The paper I'm using is the Pro Art smooth newsprint, and I have it on, it's over there, but yeah, it's Pro Art smooth newsprint. It's a really good paper too. It's pretty bright, pretty light as far as the value, versus like Strathmore. So I like Pro Art. That's P-R-O-A-R-T. I just get it off of Amazon, of course. Let's see. Fong, what's up? He's asking if I started the drawing, did I think about the overall shape first or the anatomy right away? On this one, I started off with just the basic circle for placement, and then I found the cross of the face going through the brow, and then the center line, and then I did pretty much the overall shape of the head. And then now I'm thinking about the anatomy. So I started off with, you can call it the Loomis method, where he looks for the cross of the face, and then I went into just the overall shape, the width to the height, and then looking at perspective. And then I started thinking about the Reilly method with the rhythms of the face, and now with the forms, with these subtle changes on the surface, I'm looking at the anatomy and kind of thinking about that. So pretty much everything all together, especially on these low light, kind of, not low light, but like soft light, you kind of need that anatomy knowledge to kind of push it a little bit if you want to. It gives you room to play with things, knowing some of the muscles and fat pads. Let's see. I think I'll work on the side plane a little bit. So the side plane is going to catch a lot more value. Let's bring this shadow over here. And I'm going to push this edge of the shadow from the glasses a little bit darker up against the glasses, the frame, and then it softens out as it moves away. Let's see. Use your eraser to like kind of pick it out too. If you put some hard edge you didn't like, I just come in with the eraser and tap it out. His head is shaved on the side. I'm trying to show that value change a little bit. And that one I did the other day with the girl with the mullet, the side of her head was also shaved, and you can see the skull information really well, and it was really fun to show that. Don't usually get a chance to do that. I'm going to fill in the shadows in the ear. And I'm going to put more value into the ear so I can pull out a highlight, like a soft little highlight. Get some occlusion shadow down in here in this little notch, maybe up in here underneath between the anti-helix and the helix, just like this little area of darkness. And usually there's a nice little highlight that runs on the inside, on the anti-helix, because it's usually kind of not waxy, but kind of more oily area, and it catches light a little bit stronger. Well, he doesn't have any earrings, this guy. I would have thought he would have earrings. Let's see. I kind of want to put some I kind of want to put an earring on him. Let's see. I'm going to take this edge up to the edge of the jaw, kind of push that, and then I'm going to make this kind of wrapping around the neck a little bit. So I'm changing things from what we see here, but that's our prerogative. We can do what we want. Then I'll make this a little bit harder or darker edge. So I haven't put any value in the neck yet, so that's why it's popping off the page like hardcore, right? So, but we'll get to that. But right now I just want to stay on point with the face a little bit. I'm going to look at the glasses and look for places I can break it up a little bit. Did that. Let's pull out this nice rim highlight kind of right here. Yeah, I don't like the highlight I put in the pad. It's kind of distracting. So let me tap that down and fill that in and kind of make a different decision. There's not much, you can't see much of the white in the eye anyway. It's pretty dark in there. I think I keep trying to open it up. But let's let it be what it is. There we go. Of course, this is much darker. And it's got a little bit of a light catching on the glass right here. You don't have to do all the areas. I'm trying to find ones that work well enough. And then the other side, let's see. I'm gonna use my maul stick because I'm afraid I'm gonna smudge the guy's face. So this is this is my flute. I bought it from Eric, the flute maker. He's on YouTube. Check him out. Eric, the flute maker. He makes really good flutes. It's really good. Actually, it's a pretty good price, and it actually works really well. I played it the other day on the podcast, or the live stream, but I'll not do that now. I'm gonna keep on track. I get distracted easy. Okay, so I just want to pull that little highlight out over here and try to reshape that a little bit better. I caught myself. I almost went off the rails. I was about to go into a song. Let's see. You don't want to hear it. Trust me. But it makes for a good maul stick too. It's like lightweight. It's made of bamboo, and you know it fits perfect on this page. You can just rotate it around. It's awesome. I have another one somewhere that it's actually a stick, a bamboo stick I found on the beach, and that one works really well. But I use that one for it's a little bit longer. I use that one for painting when I'm standing up at the easel. You don't need to buy those $30–40 maul sticks at the Hobby Lobby. It's just a stick, man. Why do you gotta like pay $50 for a mall stick. I've been meaning to do another video. I did one years ago where I did a figure. It was like a back pose of a woman, and I'd used charcoal I found on the beach, like from a bonfire. I mixed it up with other charcoal as well, but that was really fun. And I drew it on cardboard too, and it worked so well. And I need to do that again because that was a lot of fun. Maybe I'll do that on a special live stream or something. But man, that was a blast. And it kind of showed you don't need the expensive, you know, paper and stuff. It's like, I mean, I know people talk about archival. Like, this paper is not archival. This will rot after a couple of years probably, especially if it's on a wall in the sunlight at all. It's going to turn brown and stuff. But I mean, these are exercises anyway, and you take pictures of them, put them on Instagram, and they're going to be up online forever. So they will survive in that way, in the digital world. But that was a lot of fun doing cardboard, fine art, drawing with charcoal. And I was thinking about, you know, I haven't done it yet, but I wanted to like learn how to make my own charcoal. I think I saw a video on YouTube where they use like a tin can, they put like some willow sticks in it, I think, and then they made a fire in the backyard, and they basically just cooked it slowly to where they made charcoal out of it, and then used it in their artwork. And I can't remember who did that, who the artist was, but that was years ago. But it's still in my mind as a to-do, on my to-do list. But man, you know, I want to make paper too, but that seems a lot more complicated. But cardboard worked really well. It's still holding up. It doesn't look like it got darker in color. It's like, I mean, it's cardboard, so I don't know if it's. I don't think it's archival. I mean, it's made for you know, shipping things. I don't think it's for that, but it's held up pretty well. Yeah, it's still wrapped up in plastic in the closet. But yeah, it's one of the YouTube videos from maybe like 2016 maybe, or something like that. Something crazy. It's one of the more popular ones too. Let's see. Brazil, what's up? India, Samesh Gupta, what's up? Let's see. I'm trying to read the comments. Let's see. That's why I need Jana over here to help read them to me. Let's see. Yona, hi. What type of eraser do you use? I'm using the student eraser, and it did not help me much when it comes to shading. The student eraser, yeah, I don't know what one. I use just a kneaded eraser. It's just, I don't know what brand this is. It doesn't really matter so much because they're all kind of the same. I like the kneaded eraser, and then of course I like the Tombow Mono Zero pen eraser. And it's just because it's really narrow. You can make this yourself if you just take like a regular eraser and just slice it, kind of carve out little slivers, and you can use that as well. But this one I picked up a while ago, and I'm still using it. It's probably been like 4 or 5 years I've been using that pen eraser. But the kneaded eraser works so well. It's so versatile. That's what we use in art school, and I've been using it ever since. You can use it as a brush, you can use it as cleanup, you can twist it, make a little point, and you can come in and clean up that highlight. Yeah, it's very versatile. But it doesn't work very well for like trying to like pull out cross hatching. It's kind of like makes little fat lines. But with the pen eraser, I can come in and create more texture in a very much more controlled way. So Good to see everybody. Excuse me, I had a cough. Let's see. I'm a little congested. Somebody told me that Texas people have a lot of allergies, and I think I might be picking up some. Because I can hear it in my voice. I can hear it. It sounds kind of scratchy, kind of heavy, congested. All right, so let's look at what I got so far. It's okay. It's not too bad. We're coming along. Trying to get through the awkward stage. Holding the line. Keeping the faith. Continuing the war. I don't think it's a war, but you know, sometimes it is. Let's see. So I'm going to look for the occlusion shadows. Those areas in the shadow that's really dark, and it's the area, think of it as the area of the shadow where the reflective light can't reach very well. So it's usually like in areas where it's like tucked in under something, like the nose, like right here. There'd be like a little pocket of dark value. Or maybe in the corner of the mouth, you can see how the mustache comes down into the corner. And I'm just going to feed that into like one value into the lips a little bit. Let's see, on this far side, right up underneath the nostril and the columella of the nose. Let's see, maybe right on the tip of the lip, and then the bottom plane of the mouth, of the lips. Let's see. Definitely like right over here, that's a good spot, because then it shows like the shape of the jaw a little bit better. I might have pushed it too much, but I'm still going to add in value, trying to show that plane change right here. And I still haven't done any value in the neck. I'm kind of holding off on that for some reason. Let's see, so there's a little bit, it's not an occlusion shadow, but it's a little bit darker value right here, because we have that reflective light hitting the underside of the jaw. So I'm going to draw around that reflective light to accentuate it. I think there's some scratches in the paper right here, so I have to be careful. Sometimes you come across an area on the paper that's just a little bit different texture, and it grabs your pencil different, so you got to be careful, especially when you're doing something like really fine transitions like on this drawing. If I was doing like a really rough sketch, I wouldn't worry about it as much. So I'm squinting down to look at the values. Let's see, kind of helps see the transitions better. And then let's go on the chin and do a little bit more of that core shadow, form shadow running along the jawline. So I'm doing live stream every day, just to reiterate what I was saying earlier, every day at 9 o'clock my time, which is Central Standard Time here in Texas, in Austin, Texas. And it's every day, except that the only difference is on Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be on Patreon only. So it's part of a tier that I have. I set it up on Patreon, and it's $8 a month for that tier. And then you get access to the live stream, and I call it the weekend crew. And I already have quite a few. I think like I don't remember now. I think there's like 25 folks on Instagram. I used to have quite a bit more, but I had to drop off early this year when my parents got COVID and stuff, and so I couldn't keep it up, and I kind of just decided to have to let it go. But some of you all stayed on to it, and I really appreciate you guys. That was really amazing that even though I wasn't posting, people were still they were still on Patreon, supporting me, and I really appreciate that. So now I'm going to do, I changed it to, so basically 2 streams a week on Saturday and Sunday, and we'll do pretty much the same thing as this, but a little bit more detail. I'll be able to answer questions more because there'll be less people, and more focused, you know, individual focus. So check that out. That's on my Patreon page. And starting this Saturday will be the first one. That's Christmas, so why not? Let's stream on Christmas morning after you do your celebration. Maybe where you're at in the world, you just finished your big meal of the day with the family, and you're wanting to get away a little bit. You can come over and check out the stream. So that's on Patreon. That's Saturday and Sunday. And then, of course, all the other days will be just like today on YouTube. Alright, so we're going to try that for a while and see how it works. I'm really enjoying this daily live stream, though. I almost slept in today. Thank God Jana woke me up. So I'm going to change the shape of this far side eye just a touch. Make it look like it's kind of wrapping around the eyeball a little bit better. I had it in different perspective, basically. You can't see much detail on that side anyway, but I'm just going to make sure. Then I'll kind of blur it out because it's sitting in the background, so it's not going to have as hard or distinct edges as it would over here, because I'm trying to subdue that side, make it look like it's kind of pushed into the background. I haven't done the hair yet either, the value in the hair, so let's come over to that. Let's build our way up. I'm trying to decide if I want to put a nice rim highlight on the hair. I think I do. So I am going to kind of fill this area in and then come from the top down and leave a little bit. So I left a little bit of light right here, and then the rest of it I'm going to fill in pretty straightforward. He has red hair, and the color red is actually pretty dark in value. It's funny, when I was taking art classes and painting, it was hard to grasp the idea that the red was actually a dark value until I started taking colored pictures and then making them black and white on the computer, and then you quickly realize, yeah, red is a dark value. It's just that it's a bright color, so it seems to, it tricks your brain to think that, oh, it's a bright color, so it must be light in value, but it's actually dark. It's a dark bright. So that was kind of like a eye-opening realization. It was like that red is actually a darker value than I initially expected it to be. A lot of times in these drawings you'll see, like, I really like it when an artist will make like the nose like really dark, like on a charcoal drawing. Like the nose itself looks darker than the rest of the values in the area, and then they put like a nice strong highlight on it, and it correlates to a red nose, because a lot of times when you do a portrait, the nose and the ears are pretty red, and it's a darker value, and it's the same thing. Like the red is actually darker in value than we might expect, and it correlates to when you're drawing like a black and white drawing, that the nose will be a little bit darker in value than you might think. Let's see. just trying to create little areas of texture. You can see some, I don't want to draw like every strand of hair, but I want to draw in strategic areas and kind of let the viewer finish the drawing for me in a way. So his hair is really short here, so I can put little tiny zigzags using the side of the pencil. And it creates a really sharp edge. Yeah, I can't breathe out of my nose right now. I think I'm doing the mouth breathing now. I can tell my mouth is like, I can't breathe. Let's see. So I'm smudging the paper up now pretty bad. So I gotta clean that up. I gotta utilize my maul stick more, my flute. All right, let's see what we got so far. He's looking okay. He's coming out of the awkward stage. I cleaned my hand up too. What's the time? Oh, we've been an hour already? Okay, cool. Oh, the pencil. Which pencil do I use? This is the 𝗕𝗿𝕋, the 1710B. It's all the art supplies that I'm using today are actually in the description in the video below, in the description below. Yeah, let's see. Oh, thanks, man. Somebody said you're doing good, don't stop, basically. I really appreciate that. The timing of the video. Let's see. The timing of the video? Do you mean like what time it is here? It's like 10:06 here, but maybe they were talking about like syncing it up or something. I'm trying to read. See, the lips are not matching. The lips aren't matching. Yeah, they're probably a little different. Let's see. Let me check the angle at least. It's always good to check the angles. It's been a while. I've been working on the values for a while. So we got the head tilt line, and I can bring. Looks like I can make that corner on this side a little bit better. It's a little bit off. I probably can't see what the mistake is right now from being into it for so like over an hour now. Usually I take a 20-minute, or after 20 minutes I'll take a break. So what will probably happen is after the stream, I'll take a break and I'll come back and I'll be like, oh, that's what they were talking about. Oh man, and then I'll fix it. So that's a good thing about taking breaks. Gives your mind a rest and you can come back with fresh eyes, of course. So let's see if I can. I don't know. It's probably the value shifts or something. I can see that there's something odd, but I can't quite grasp it yet. But like I said, definitely probably after the break, and I come back, I'll look at it and see it. Have you ever like you do a drawing and you post it on Instagram and then you immediately regret that you posted it? It's like right away, like as soon as you hit post, and then like 10 seconds later you look at it again, you're like, oh no, like, and then all of a sudden for some reason you can see all the mistakes. But it's only after you post it. It's really weird. It's like once you post it, then the brain wakes up. Let's see. I think that's too dark of a value altogether. I'm going to kind of push that down a little bit. And let's put some value in the neck because it's sort of just sitting there grabbing all the attention. So I'm going to scumble through it.
just an overall kind of value. Get this out of the way. All the way through. Clean my finger off, make sure it's not going to tear up the paper. And then start looking for some of those midtones. And this area right here is going to be a little bit brighter than down here in the middle of the neck, keeping with that egg effect technique of making it look like light is traveling down the form and changing its effect on the surface. I'm going to come in here and try to pop this out a little bit more. And then of course I got to push this down a little bit more. And then we can do some kind of textural things down here around the Adam's apple, the 𝗻𝕗𝕐𝕐 area. The neck right here is kind of like a little cylinder within a cylinder. You don't want to get too complicated with it because it'll take away from the rest of the drawing. Let's try to break this line up a little bit too. I keep looking over here because it's on the computer screen and it's really small, so it's really easy to see the value differences. Actually, it works just as well, if not better, than squinting down. Let's go back, try to look at it overall. It's looking okay. There's lots to do still, but overall, I think it's starting to come together. Let's try to build up this area for the highlight on the cheek. Hello. Are you on break?
Yeah, I took a break.
Did you?
I just want to make sure I get to the able captures.
Jenna's in the house. Say hi.
Hi, everyone.
You on a 15-minute break?
Yep.
Nice.
I'm just going to hang out here.
Okay.
I guess I'm officially doing it on my own.
Really? Today you're flying solo?
Well, still, you know, there, like helping, but I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it.
I was telling them that you were working hard over there in the other room.
Yeah, a lot of stuff that I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
Well, in the meeting again, I don't know what they're talking about.
Oh yeah. You'll get there. Trust the process, babe.
Yeah, I think it's just how is the work doing everywhere, every cues.
Yeah.
So even in the Philippines, they were asking how's the workflow over there, and it's sad to hear that there's only a couple of people could come to work. There's no internet, there's no electricity. So
Oh wow.
they couldn't work at home, so some of them are going to the office.
Yeah.
And not everyone is back, so they said that they only have a few people that could come back. And
Wow, it was really bad, huh?
yeah, so it's sad.
How's your mom?
My mom is sleeping. She's doing good.
Your dad in his area, it's okay too?
Yeah, they're like in the same area.
Okay.
About the same area. So.
That's scary.
But yeah, some parts of the Philippines is not good.
Yeah, the Philippines got hit pretty hard.
Typhoon.
The typhoon.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see, where am I? Trying to come out of this awkward phase. You know the drawings when it starts to look really kind of weird with the values and stuff. Simone says hello.
Hello.
Long says hi.
Oh, you got the chat set up, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Even though it's set up in front of me on the TV, it's like behind the reference picture though. And every once in a while I come over and I try to read it.
Well, I'm able to read for you tomorrow. If you want me to.
Yeah.
I'm off tomorrow.
You are?
Yeah.
What's tomorrow? Thursday? Oh, Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So you'll be here tomorrow on the live chat or live stream?
Yeah.
Nice.
And the weekends.
Oh, cool. Maybe you can help me on the Christmas morning.
Yeah, and for next week as well, Friday till Sunday, I can help you.
Oh, cool. Nice. I need all the help I can get. And Jen has been helping me a lot with the like the ads and stuff on
I try to.
on Instagram. I really like them.
I hope they like it too.
I like post it every day. They're probably getting tired of it.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. You want to see it, babe? So far?
That's pretty good to me.
Yeah. There's some things wrong with it, but I can't see it anymore because I'm blind. I'm like tired, so I can't.
I'm still sleepy.
You're still sleepy? You scared me when you woke me up. I like rolled over and all of a sudden there was like a face in front of me. I was like, ah, Jesus. You were talking about yesterday, you wanted to like prank me. There you go, he got me.
It's not a prank. I was just giving you a morning kiss.
You were giving me a morning kiss?
Yeah.
One time when I was a kid, I gave my dad a hug when he was asleep, and he woke up and pushed me. like I don't think you punched me, but it was like a shove. Like you shoved me off of him. It scared him half to death. He has like crazy dreams. One time my dad had a dream where he was trapped inside of a 7-Up bubble. And he couldn't get out.
That's crazy. What's up with you with the haircuts?
What's up with me and the haircuts?
Yeah.
I don't know. I like them.
You should get
Oh, and now I can get one?
No. I think this one is cool.
Yeah, I think it depends on the face too, huh?
Looks kind of decent.
On the person. Yeah, I gotta work on these transitions in the face a lot more today after I get done with the live streaming, guys. Because I think this is gonna be like probably another hour just picking at it, trying to like get a nice balance on these really delicate transitions in the face. It takes a lot of time. But if you're doing like a picture that's like this one here, let me see the other reference I was hoping to get to today, but I couldn't. Like this one, like this is going to be a lot easier. It's a lot stronger lighting, stronger shadows, really heavy shadowing, so the transitions won't take as long. But on this guy, because it's low light, it's really going to take some delicate walking around and looking for the transitions and stuff. So right now his cheek is kind of too round, so I need to bring this value down, kind of sharpen it up a little bit. So I think tomorrow I'll do that other reference. That's going to be fun because she's got those, if you can see it, she's got those hoop earrings. Oh, they're not hoops, they're more like disc. But she's got those big discs on for the earrings, and then that necklace that she has, those really big different geometric shapes. That's going to be a lot of fun too. But this guy is going to require a lot of attention. And then I'll post them on Instagram, hopefully. Let's see, let me get some texture in the mustache a little bit better. The mustache. The mustache. All right, I think that's it for today. It's already been like an hour, 20 minutes. That's a good time to quit. It's usually when I can't see anymore. My brain is too tired. But thanks for stopping by, guys. I really appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow, same time. This is the new time.
I'll see them tomorrow.
Yeah, Jan, I'll see you guys tomorrow too. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's hard. Somebody said it's hard to see the texture of the hair on that one reference. And we'll have fun with that. We can a lot of opportunity to design it. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And usually I look for like strategic areas, like where the light and dark meet, and then that's where you put all the texture and stuff. So yeah, thanks guys. Thanks Fong, Saman. I'm just trying to read some of the names real quick. Jana, you came into the Resident Evil. All you guys, I really appreciate it. Chris, Merry Christmas. He says Merry Christmas from Belgium. Dude, that's crazy. Belgium, we got India. Who else do we have in here? Brazil. Dang. All right, guys. Thank you. Bye. And this is where I look for the button in the stream. All awkward. It's like my awkward exit every day.